Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about a topic continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation. It means evaluation which is carried out at regular interval and certain periods of time and in which all the dimensions or all the domains of child's personality are assessed with the help of multi techniques of evaluation is known as continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Continuous means regular and continuous activities conducted throughout the year. Comprehensive means mental, emotional and physical aspects of the student progress, that is all-round development. Evaluation means variety of tools and techniques are used to assess and evaluate the student's progress. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation is the process of ensuring a learning performance of students through both formative and summative evaluation in different areas such as cognitive, affective and psychomotor to promote all-round development of the students. So, what we understood by this definition? What we mean by this definition of CCE? This definition tells us that continuous and comprehensive evaluation is meant for promoting all-round development of the students, or continuous and comprehensive evaluation meant for ensuring learning performance of the students to promote all-round development of the students. There is a provision of both formative as well as summative evaluation of the students. That means the evaluation is carried out during the formation of the content matter and regular interval. At short intervals, an evaluation is also carried out at the end of the course, at the end of the units, that is summative evaluation. That means both formative and summative evaluation, they are the part of CCE. And we also have learned that in the comprehensiveness aspects of CCE covers all the three domains of the child, that is cognitive, affective and psychomotor. That means the child's knowledge and understanding is assessed. Child's attitude, habits, values are also assessed, and the child competency or skills in different areas are also assessed. And not merely the child's subject knowledge is assessed, then that is the continuous and comprehensive evaluation. This is the meaning of CCE, that the evaluation of child's performance is carried out at small intervals on a regular basis, on a periodic basis, and all the area of learning, whether it is subject related knowledge or it is co-curricular activities related skills or competencies or abilities are assessed in continuous and comprehensive evaluation. About this feature we have already learned in the previous topic. Now what aspects are covered in CCE that we are going to discuss in comprehensiveness aspects of continuous and comprehensive evaluation. There are two types of aspects. They are scholastic aspects and the others of co-scholastic aspects. Objectives of continuous and comprehensive evaluation: to help developing cognitive, affective skills and psychomotor skills. That means all the dimensions of child personality can be developed with the help of continuous and comprehensive evaluation. To making evaluation is an integral part of teaching learning process. Next one is to provide scope of self-evaluation. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation provide self-evaluation to lay emphasis of thought process and de-emphasis of rote memorization. That means continuous and comprehensive evaluation, the main focus on developing of improving the thoughts processing among children, and they de-emphasize stress on rote memorization. That means there should be the knowledge and understanding should not be through rote memorization. Rather than the focus of CCE is to improve the thought process and thinking process among the children. Next one is to guide teaching learning strategy on the basis of regular diagnosis. Next, to use evaluation as a quality control device to bridge the gap between actual performance and desired performance and to maintain desired standard performance. Next one is to take appropriate decisions about the students to process of learning environment. Next one is to make the process of learning and teaching a learning centered and learner centered activities. These are all objectives of continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Need for continuous and comprehensive evaluation. First one is identify the latent hidden talents of the students in different contexts. Identify strategies for raising students' achievements. Suggest suitable tools and techniques for students' evaluation. Use evaluation as a tool for continuous improvement of the school and the students. Plan a comprehensive evaluation program for improving schools. Benefits of continuous and comprehensive evaluation. De-emphasis of memorization. The feedback by continuous and comprehensive evaluation can be effectively used in remedial teaching. Students will become more regular and punctual, equal opportunity given to students. Now see on the screen what are the co-scholastic aspects and the measures the assess performance of students. In co-scholastic aspects, we use different testing on non-testing techniques. Co-scholastic aspects include work education and visual and performing arts. The students performing in co-curricular activities, the attitude and values, the value possessed by the students, and the life skills possessed by the students. Life skills means emotional skills, thinking skills, and social skills. Self-awareness among the child, problem-solving ability among the child, decision-making the ability among the child, the critical thinking ability and creative thinking ability of the child. These all are the life skills which should be possessed by the student and which are assessed by the teacher in the schools. Then the skill of making interpersonal relationship, it is also a life skill. How to make relationship good relation with others, this is to be assessed by the teacher. Then effective communication skills, the skill of empathy, the skill of managing own emotions as well as skill of managing others' emotion, the skill of dealing with stress. These all are the life skills which are very essential in this scenario. In order to succeed in life, a child requires all these life skills, and that is why the life skills made a part of the CCE school system of education, so that the younger generation would be imbibed these skills, we can succeed in their life and they can lead a better life in future. All these life skills are covered under CCE and are required to be assessed, evaluated by the teachers. Then attitudes and values. The students must possess proper attitude towards teachers, a proper attitude towards schoolmates, a proper attitude towards school programs and environment. So what type of attitudes is possessed by the student? It leads to be assessed by the teacher. What type of social values or social skills or moral values are possessed by the students? This lead to be assessed by the teacher. That means in CCE under co-scholastic aspects, we try to assess or evaluate the value system that is possessed by the students. What type of overall values structure is being within the teachers so that they can contribute towards the social welfare, the social development, ultimately towards the goal of national development. Then under co-scholastic aspects of CCE, the students' participation level in co-curricular activities also assessed. That means the students' participation level or involvement level in health and physical education related activities in games and sports is also assessed. Sometimes it is seen certain students not able to participate in different physical and games related activities. Games and sports related activities. It result means as a teacher we will assign the low grade norm in CCE if the students not able to participate one or the other activity or to one or the other reason, just lowest grade. In CCE if the students is not able to participate in one and the other activity due to one the other physical handicapness, then the students participate in other activity is given you weightage, and this portion we are here see he or she is not participating is not taken into consideration, by the teacher. Then the students participation level in cultural program, cultural activities or work education related activities are those activities just like visual in performing arts, cultural programs, debate competitions, quizzes or different dramas, all these activities in gardening. What is the level of participation of the students? That all needs to be assessed and should be done according to the abilities of the students. The interest of the students we must to taken to consideration as a teacher. What are interest of the competencies for just by the students, so that where the students potentialities are more. As a teacher we can nurture these potentialities. As a teacher we can nourish and flourish of the potentialities to the optimum level, and the those students can go do the topmost level in that area. So these are the co-scholastic aspects which are covered under CCE. And for co-assessment of the co-scholastic aspects for assessing the performance of the students. In these co-scholastic aspects which you see on the screen, life skills, attitude, co-curricular activities, visual and performing arts, work education for it. As a teacher you can make of testing techniques or non-testing techniques. That means you can use formal mechanism as well as you can use the informal mechanism to assess the performance of students in co-scholastic aspects areas. Now then they talk of CCE, why there is need to assess the students in both scholastic as well as co-scholastic areas. The CCE is required to provide holistic profile of the students through assessment both scholastic and co-scholastic aspects of education. That means we know that the main aim of the education is the scholastic development of the child's personality, all-round development of the child's personality. So CCE required to present a realistic picture of the students through assessment of his participation level or his performance level in both scholastic and co-scholastic activities or co-curricular activities which are organized in the school. When the performance of the students in both subject related knowledge and understanding different co-curricular activities will be assessed by the teacher, then the overall picture of the child's personality will come in lifetime and then provide for holistic performance of the child's personality. CCE is required the latent hidden talents of the students in different contexts. Scholastic aspects and co-scholastic aspects in a combined manner make the comprehensiveness feature of CCE. Now, what we mean by scholastic aspects? Scholastic aspects means the child's performance or the assessment of child's performance in different subjects in different contents which are taught to the students in the school. Generally likes the students' knowledge or understanding application or ability in mathematics. Students' knowledge and understanding in the subject of science. Students' knowledge and understanding of learning languages. Students' knowledge and understanding in the subject of social science. This means the scholastic aspects of continuous and comprehensive evaluation covers the subject related knowledge and understanding of students, and when the evaluation of that knowledge and understanding of the students in different subject in different content matter at regular intervals on a continual basis is carried out, then we say that the evaluation of the students is carried out continuously, and that evaluation is in scholastic aspects. So this is the one part of the continuous and comprehensive evaluation, one part of the comprehensive nature of the evaluation. That means scholastic aspects cover the students' knowledge and understanding or the learning performance in different school subject or the different content matters that is being taught to the students in the schools to teaching learning process. So this is the scholastic aspects. Another aspect too which is included in the comprehensive feature of CCE is the co-scholastic aspect. What areas are covered under co-scholastic aspects of comprehensive feature of CCE? ICT, life skills, attitudes and values, health and physical education, scientific skills, work education, performing and visual arts, literacy and creative skills, organizational and leadership skills are comes under co-scholastic aspects. Co-scholastic aspects include ICT, that is students' proficiency in information and communication technology. Then life skills. What we mean by life skills? Life skills, emotional skills, thinking skills and social skills. What type of life skills are possessed by the students? What type of thinking skills are possessed by the students? What type of social skills are possessed by the students? What type of emotional skills are possessed by the students? They are assessed by the teacher through different devices, through different tools. This may be through observation. This may be through personal interaction. This may be through interviews. So, assessment of life skills is a part of co-scholastic aspects. Then, attitudes and values. What type of attitudes and values possessed by the students? Attitudes towards the teachers, attitudes towards the students, attitude towards the classmates, attitudes towards the school, attitudes towards the parents, attitudes towards the studies, the moral values possessed by the students, social values possessed by the students. These all are covered in the co-scholastic aspects, and these are assessed by the teacher to different formal or informal needs. Then health and physical education is a part of co-scholastic aspects within which the teacher assesses the participation level of the students in health and physical education related activities, in which the health state as of the child is assessed, in which the hygienic status or the cleanliness status of the child is assessed by the teacher. So this is a part of co-scholastic aspects. Then scientific skills are assessed. Scientific skills are also covered under co-scholastic aspects. What type of practical skills, how to handle the operators, how to handle different types of equipments in laboratory. These skills are also covered under co-scholastic aspects. Then work education, that means the students' respect towards the manual labor, how much he participate in different activities, work education related activities are socially useful productive work, SUPW related activity. What extended the child participated those activities. It is also a part of co-scholastic aspects, and the participation level are the student contribution towards the SUPW activities in the school. They are assessed by the teacher. Then students' performance and performing visual arts, that means what extended the students is participating different cultural activity. It is also a part of co-scholastic aspects, and students' participation level in different cultural programs, cultural activities or co-curricular activities or co-academic activities organized by the schools, that is assessed by the teacher to different measures. Then creative skills, the literacy skills, linguistic skills of the students are also evaluated, and also it falls under the mean of co-scholastic aspects. Then the organizational and the leadership skills are is not possible that students can be a good leader. There are followers skills. So organizational skills, leadership skills are the followership skills also taken into consideration, and while making the assessment of co-scholastic aspects, which is a part of continuous and comprehensive evaluation. That means in scholastic aspects, continuous and comprehensive evaluation, we try to evaluate the students' knowledge and understanding in different school subjects, just like students' academic achievement in mathematics, students' academic achievement in EVS, students' learning in science, students' learning achievement in social sciences. So that is the student achievement in scholastic aspects. But in addition to that, in CCE, the students' performance or students' level in learning is also assessed in terms of different co-academic aspects, scholastic aspects, which is included ICT, life skills, attitudes and values, health and physical education related activities, scientific process skills, work education, performing and visual arts, literacy and creative skills possessed by the students, organizational and leadership skills, as well as follower skills by the students. So in these areas, the students' performance is also assessed by the teacher, and these two domains, these two aspects, one is the scholastic aspects, the other one is the co-scholastic aspects. Both are included in CCE. So these are two aspects that is scholastic and co-scholastic aspects of CCE. Challenges of CCE: large class strength, diversity of learners, teaching learning resources. Today we learned what is continuous and comprehensive evaluation, aspects of continuous and comprehensive evaluation, need of continuous and comprehensive evaluation, objectives of continuous and comprehensive evaluation, and also benefits of continuous and comprehensive evaluation. These are all under continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Thank you, students.